I'm Vadania. I'm a young female wood elf, about college age, still in college, out to learn and study.
Okay, this works. Azalea?
My name, I am Azalea. I am a researcher from a far, far away land. I came to this locale, this area, to learn about time magic because it seems to have, gone extinct. But I've heard rumblings about some chronomancer, Faerun. So I'm just on over here. What are you guys up to?
Nice. And I am Nick Kane, the DM. Last week, we left things off with you guys near the seaport. And let's see. Some of you guys were not. Some of you guys were in a different place. Some of you guys were more...
We all I think coagulated. Probably not the right word, but it gets the job done. At the port before we ended yesterday.
Also, we didn't
Because
meet
we
up.
were underground and then we came up and then
Just happens we
Yeah.
was at the port.
just for the sake of simplicity or ease today we decided to all coagulate, or rather you suggested that we
Rendezvous.
coagulate.
Yes.
Rendezvous.
So,
Gotta love it.
you guys all find yourselves at the sea docks. There are pirates
Hold
and...
for dying grandma.
Was that?
No, there was nothing.
Bro. Wait for ambulance.
Yeah, I got you translated.
But yes, you guys find yourself at the seaport, hustling, bustling figures, all this jazz like that. What is it that you guys want to do?
I'm looking for shady-looking ne'er-do-wells so that I can go up to them and be like, "Where's Jar Axel?"
Well,
I mean, 0 for 2, but gotta keep going.
alright.
So you just go up to the dock and ask.
Hold up. Apparently, I know thieves can't. So before I do that, I want to look around. Are there any hidden messages or graffiti or something that would indicate where they would be?
Well, you do have a unscrupulous figure in Thieves' Cant, just hinting off, illegal goods to sell. And in fact, they're making the symbol for a potion of invisibility.
I said a total. Aren't you looking for one of those or something like that?
Motion. You should get that. I have a feeling we're going to need as much invisibility as possible later.
Okay. So I walk over to this shady-looking figure.
Well, this is our shady-looking figure. Yes. You have a potion of invisibility that you might use yourself, but you're so sneaky that you may not even need it, and you're just kind of looking around for how much you can sell it for. Azalea, this beautiful warlock woman, has come up to you, looking to purchase and buy. Go ahead.
Yes, I've been I've been told that you have I've been told.
Yeah.
We're going with that.
Choice.
I see you have some wares here that you would like to get rid of. Why am I talking like I'm the paladin all of it? But yeah, what price? What you looking for?
Well, I'm unfamiliar with this local, but it may be more than you can afford.
That seems to be a trend around these parts. Wait a minute, you don't work for Schemo, do you?
No.
Okay, good, because we...
I try to. What's your name? RiverSong.
RiverSong.
Yes.
Oh yeah. What is your name? Are you? What is? I don't know what you're. What do you look like?
I am dashingly 70-some elf. Don't look more than 30. I'm suspiciously.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, you have those. Those are from what I hear. Those are pretty rare around these parts.
I've been around.
Whisper. Today's whisper is brought to you by WizKid.
All that that being said, fairly benevolent. You happen to have 1,000 for a potion.
I think she's like in universe. Just what is what the price is in this town?
This is LA prices for everything.
Inflation. We're all subject to it. None of us are able to fully escape it.
Apparently, this city has dealt with a recent virus outbreak.
Is there a task that I can provide for you in exchange for said potion? I seem to be quite low on funds. I'm not used to paying for things. Let's put it that way.
Oddly suspicious. Let me self-reflect for a moment. What my expenses are.
Go ahead. What would
Voice of my inner monologue.
I mean, it's all up to
Conscience
you, really.
speaks to me.
This is your character, your game, your experience with it. What is it that you want to do? Do you want to just sort of like follow them along? Do you want to hire as bodyguard?
I have a whole bunch of friends over here, and we're more than capable of different things. And I kind of gesture over to like this cat figure.
I can poke stuff with my sword.
Good to know.
And I see you dabble in trade. Our friend, he says he told him his.
Yeah.
I say our friendly Total over here, and I watch it. Total hisses, and then I slowly turn to Jen, and I'm like, and this is the future crime lord of Waterdeep.
See, I've
In the making.
That's some interesting acquaintance.
And I am definitely not evil, by the way. Just to,
Definitely not evil.
Just for the record.
Just in case.
For no
anybody
particular
was
reason, I just
wondering.
wanted to put that information.
Just beware of the tentacles.
I have said too many times. Immediately after production.
Yes, I see. Definitely not.
Well, I'll admit I'm getting my bearings. I'm wanting to reflect more upon who I am and what strange new. I'm curious if you or any of your friends.
How long have you been in town?
Hours.
Oh, just arrived.
Well,
Just arrived.
we-
Fresh off the boat.
Oh, I see. If you were to put you up somewhere for a couple of weeks, would you be willing to exchange your potion for that?
I think room, board, and a little pocket just, weigh down my pockets enough to ground me to the earth.
Yeah, we happen to have a
manor.
We happen to have
A
a place in the Noble District in town.
Whole manor.
And it has its own bee security system.
Is there a hole in the manor, or is it a whole manor?
No, like it's, there's a hole next to the manor.
It's an entire manor.
Let's not worry about the details of the manor.
I think the details are pretty important.
A manor's a manor's a manor.
Right, I'm with socks on this. A manor is a manor.
We almost got eaten walking.
It's not a house.
It's
By the manor.
Oh, okay.
I just be sure to keep your blood to yourself while on the premises, and everything will be just fine.
Why don't I join you for dinner there later tonight?
It really is a well-behaved house.
This is a potion I've been carrying for quite some time, and I'm not attached to getting rid of it as soon as we can.
You sound reasonable. Why don't you join us and we'll lead you there? At the end of the night, we'll rest eventually. And then you can prepare for the festivities. We have galas and museum openings, and Maiden's Fair is supposed to be quite a spectacular sight.
Oh, well, I do like Sea Maiden. I think I'll
Alright.
take you up on that.
Yes.
I look forward to being known in this glorious evening.
Right, Chip's fasting in the Okay, but by any chance, would you happen to know anything about the gunslingers? Have you run across them in any of your dealings?
Well, I've had many dealings, and I say we may know some people.
Well, I happen to be looking for someone among their ranks, someone who we've been working with by the name of, we've been working with someone by the name of Glint, that's right. I continue saying that. We've been working with someone by the name of Blitzstone.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
don't mind my book. It's just writing in blood happens to appear in it sometimes. But they're our point of contact in this town. We were told to get in contact with them, and we don't seem to know their whereabouts. I visited Undertown to try and find them, and it seems they are not friendly with the Drow underground. So I was told this would be the next best. I'm sorry, what's Warlock? What's that? I'm just a woman who reads books.
Do we not wait, meta. We not know that we have.
I've never disclosed it. I feel like Jim may know because he's
I've
also.
seen you Eldritch Blast.
That's up to you.
I've seen
It could just be magic. It's just a bird.
I think you might be evil. Okay.
There was something I might have missed earlier.
Mhm.
Somebody mentioned looking around for Thieves' Cant.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually something just off of Thieves' Cant that is not Thieves' Cant. You notice that a lot of the sailors and carnies that are unloading for the festival and stuff like that are actually using a sort of these drow hand signals that and they can actually be recognized because some drow hand signals are the same as it's kind of like Italian and Spanish being similar and having similar words.
I also speak Elf would help, but I just
Yeah, I think between Elvish and Thieves' Cant,
Be the Elvish.
you
being
sort of
correct.
you sort of understand some of these drow hand signals. It seems like most of them are concerned with unloading for the festival, and most of them are just involved in getting the carnies all to their places, and the sailors are all sort of starting to like ask about the third ship, and they're saying we're not bringing the third in, that one stays out. Well, you guys aren't exactly fluid in Drow's in what is this called? Drow Sign Language. But because Drow Sign Language uses also hand signals from Thieves' Cant
From
as
my
well.
pirate background, maybe I'm familiar.
Oh,
with
actually,
downloading.
from your pirate background, you actually might be more familiar. So yes, you actually do understand more. You are right on that. And with that, they're even giving away like, how far out is it? Like, and they're basically laying out exactly sort of where this third ship is, and laying out like even starting to ask about what's on it and stuff like that. And people are basically saying nothing needed for the parade tomorrow, none of your concern is like the answers that a lot of the superior lower help and the curious carnies and all that other jazz.
I say that these are your folks, right? The sneak, stabby. I need to find the gunslinger. Work your magic.
And just in case
People
anybody
in
needs
the
like
chat.
a visual, this is kind of the docks and the unloadings and
Oh, wow.
kind of the scene that you're in right now is just they're unloading cargo and getting ready, and children are kind of running around playing, getting excited that there's going to be a parade tomorrow.
I say to Toro, I'm not good at talking to roguish types. Do you remember what happened with Grafton?
At any point in our interactions, over time, visual indicator.
Yeah, roll a perception check to see what it is you're perceiving.
Fuck, nat one.
Oh, fuck.
Notice nothing.
What?
I crack my shell.
Yeah.
No, strike that.
Your nat 1 is such a terrible stare that people end up sort of barking back at you. In fact,
Mind
you
your
get
own business.
an aggressive person being like, quite literally, she's like, are you looking to steal something? Why you have such a watchful eye? Why?
Blink on over to her. I'm like, well, you're. Me and my party have business with the gunslingers and Jerry, or
Axel,
the brigand.
you said. But maybe you do.
Perhaps someone at your level of hierarchy would know Didn't mean to cut it.
Ah, and what for, pray may I ask? I'm sure there's a wonderful story behind that. As a musician, it might give me some material.
The lyrics are still being. I'm sure at the end of our adventure we'd have a great story to tell day tomorrow. In the meantime, newest in the fabric of time.
She says, well, most of my work is done. They still have plenty to do. Like, perhaps we should grab a drink.
Your name, mistress?
Lena,
And what ship do you ferry with?
with 2 N's.
Lena, I hold out my claw down gently over the claw.
Why? The ship that I ferry with is none other than the it's really, what was that again? Yes, the Heartbreaker.
Fitting someone as fair and black as you. Are you obviously their lead lute player or musician?
Why, yes. Almost all of us carnies are more of the Heartbreaker variety. We have the ones who sparkle and those who put together some of the more nuts and bolts.
Musicians and rogues, quite a pair. I'll take you up on that drink. Do you have a favorite sound?
Well, I notice you have a long tail, but I don't mind getting many more rounds if they have good stories for me.
And I go see.
She says,
Are we far away? We're just
And
like,
I
are they
just-
flirting?
She says-
I
We're
lift
just,
my
are they
hat and
flirting
all of
with
the
each other?
edges of my shell just glint with gold.
she says, tell me more. Tell me more, yes. So you go down Diamond Street and you find a nearby bar right at the alley. You know, in fact, it's extremely close to the House of Inspired Hands.
Now, if you know where to get in touch with the gunslingers, I can send that one up there.
Now, with that too, let's
I'll
check
send my
in.
bird with you,
Let's
so just
check
so I
in
know
with
where
the
you are.
others because we've heard from Turnal a little bit with her. What's happening with you, Socks? What are you doing as you're watching this interaction, as you're hearing
Gambling.
this?
I just want to keep kind of looking around for any other shady people.
Probably should do that because a short rest at least.
Just chill.
Because you were not looking so. Oh, by the way, like when you see us, like I still have like shards of web, like just like hanging on me, and Socks has like claw teeth marks.
Yeah.
Picture a centaur.
The
but instead
biggest
of-
spider bites.
Spider.
Who's that?
So they just were attacked by the underground society of centaur spider people.
Oh.
And
And no one showered yet.
Yeah,
Nope.
no,
I'm the only one who
freshly
likes to
emerged from the
shower.
sewers. Not the only one who likes to.
You just prioritize.
I feel like
it
it's like
bit
a
more than
character
us.
trait at this point. It's like it gets homicidal when does not have a shower or something like
The
that.
only
It's a
one
flaw.
that puts a knife to his teammates when they get in the way of her shower.
Can I press it to just transfer to you?
I'm still bleeding. Thanks for cleaning me up. I have
Speaking of that,
two massive spider bites the size of grapefruits.
you actually can do things about that, but just to know. It does. Sus.
Well,
Well, I'll find a bag of potatoes to pass out on for like an hour.
Okay. So,
We need you. We'll yell and we'll
I'm
throw some.
I'm probably gonna still be
Yeah,
in
I
that
won't
area,
wake up for it.
so I'll be near
You guys
it.
are on your own for an hour.
and AMA is just kind of like,
Because last time I was here, I was Saloon, Gnarl Drow's brother. We had just literally said,
Ah, that's
Yeah.
no, because I knew he was someone's brother, and the notes I literally wrote someone's brother because I didn't know whose
no.
brother it
Yeah.
was.
okay. So, oh, that's right.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that whole chain quest.
The plot hooks, all of my plot hooks just became relevant again.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
You literally bumped into
Yep.
Gnarl.
No,
No.
his brother.
Saloon.
Saloon. No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
for-
still looking for Gnarl. Ideally,
close.
ideally before
hate
the parade.
Loading. Where is? Did I put him way back thinking?
I mean, you could just say he gave Gnarl's location to us, so we can stop this wild goose
Oh,
chase
yes.
and take a rest.
I actually did figure you guys may not get back to this. All right, so so he ends up seeing this guy, and basically ends up saying, "What business do you have with?"
I hear your brother's some folks that he works with.
Yeah,
Someone that also is familiar with him. I'm looking to see if we can get in contact with him. Upcoming events that are about to transpire in the city.
he says, "Thank you very much. You know, if you're able to help extract, that would be great."
Okay. Do you know what part of town he's at?
Unfortunately, yeah, he's been with the Xanathar.
Bum, bum,
That-
bum.
that's a very broad. you,
Basically, there's a thief in town,
Okay.
and it's been run by a giant floating eyeball with all these octopus stalks with eyeballs at the end of it, like a beholder. And this party killed said beholder.
Well.
Yes, but it seems like there's been almost a lot of keeping the fact that, you know, the leader is dead has been not exactly well publicized yet.
so leader is there.
God, I've been
Pray
wondering
tell,
the
is this
whole
a
time.
positive thing?
What was that?
Is this a positive thing for
It's yet to be.
Oh, okay.
It may or may not.
okay.
It allows us to work with the black company without retribution.
But
You'll see there's not a lot of black and white in Waterdeep, and lots of shades of gray. I find my existence in general to be some gray.
so speaking of, what is it that anybody else that's around, perhaps you, are saying or interested? Do you have anything to say, or just kind of observing what's going on?
I'm quite curious, just so fresh to this land and purpose of all this doing.
He basically explains to you, you know, and he looks at you shyly and says, you know, "You're not an elf, are you?" He just says, "The elves have not been kind to the drow. I'm not sure how they are. They tend to be way too snotty, but you don't seem so uppity, even if you are."
I can't say I have a strong allegiance to it. I've always been a bit of a.
Well, then you're not half bad. Do let me know, though, high elves you, and especially the extremely snobby kind.
You said you dislike the Xanathar Guild. Are you perhaps a member of
What do you know about all of
I'm
that?
forcing it.
It's all good. It's all good. We're on the lead right now, so
I
need
I
the
don't
info.
know much other than I need to get in contact with someone
For what? You looking for smoke powder? You looking for gunpowder? What you
just to touch base. I'm not
touch base? What the hell are you talking about? He says.
just communication. You know, I want to
He says.
establish contact with someone.
He says, "I don't talk to police."
What? What?
Sus.
He says,
But here's the thing, Saloon. Right now, there's chatter amongst law enforcement to do a mass raid across the.
"Look, I don't
And-
know."
What are you
and we
doing?
want to-
You just said
we-
fuck the police.
We're trying to not get your brother out of this situation before that occurs.
You may have something, because I have heard some of this similar chatter. I heard the Emerald Conclaves has their squirrel nuts up in a zipper all about it.
For somebody that smells like sulfur, I enjoy the way you speak.
We might have a long future together,
So
friend.
I just all I remember is this guy talked about gun stuff. So that's what I'm gonna put in my notes. Only seems to care about gun stuff and not being a cop.
That's
Look.
not
It's like my
like.
day-to-day reality.
I mean, if you guys are asking to meet with people without even telling me why, then I don't even know what you guys are doing. But I can tell that maybe you guys need a little bit more training in such.
I need to
subtle-
pick up like telepathic on like my next time we get feet, so I can just start reading people's minds because I can't do.
His like next skill is detect thoughts. Detect thoughts.
I think it's gonna be like a character portrait. It's just like bad interacting with like shady.
That's your negative.
All of my interactions with like.
Aren't you a noble?
Yes,
So
yeah.
you're just
But
like-
he's too snooty. He's been living in his life.
I wish to do parley with your people.
He hasn't dealt the Undercity enough.
I am not the police. I'm
Not the constable.
to purchase your nefarious activities.
Yeah, at the moment, to my understanding, time is of the essence because there is a major operation occurring within 20. I want to help get your brother.
Did he say he doesn't like snobby people? He's like, away with you then, peasant.
He says this. He says,
Snobby out.
Oh, Elvis, okay.
Xenophobia. They're half breeds.
Never mind, I'm not.
They're like the
No.
Urukai.
okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Why we're worried about
He-
his brother.
About who? Oh.
Why are we looking
Okay,
for Gnarl?
Gnarl. If you remember Trey, he
I mean, yes.
he
Trey
told me that
That's
basically
right.
Gnarl
Roast
is
beef.
actually like pretty high up in the Xanathar guild, like upper ranks, but he's currently like something's been going on with Gnarl
So
where
is
the
he
guild is
trying to
actually
start a
like
coup?
having a watchful eye on him.
Okay.
And if you remember, I'm trying to help gain favor with some of the lieutenants in the
Mhm.
guild there, so that our next play may seem more plausible.
It's not just us busting in there by ourselves.
So I'd like to see if we can help Gnarl before we link up with Trey, because it seems like some shit's gonna be going down during the parade, and get Trey support as well. And from there, if
Just, I don't know, I feel like the game is paused. Yeah.
but yeah,
Um,
so that's why I'm
Gotcha,
trying to
gotcha.
link up with Gnarl and
Get
meet
the
up.
man
You know,
on the inside.
yeah, exactly. Because he seems on the fence right now. Because from what I gather, there's like usually in the Xanathar guild when somebody has there's like a and he has one of those on him.
Saloon
And so-
actually mentions that too and said, yes, I have heard that because my brother is one of the suspecting to be or not completely loyal to the cause,
We like the cause.
that they've kept an eye on him, as they put it.
No pun intended.
Because like ideally, if we can help Gnarl and gain his favor, he should know how to gather all the lieutenants that are on the fence during our like debut and pull them away from the
He asks to all of you guys, and he says, "But how are you going to extract my brother from a thieves when you know that he's being hawk in it?"
Being so newly acquainted with all of you, I feel moved. Mitigate some.
Yeah, kind of puffs in the corner like,
our
oh
party
God, not another.
has
not another
interacted with the
do-gooder.
mind flayer and survived.
Wait,
I'm not here. I'm following up on your lead, bro.
the blessing of the trickster. I thought all of those clerics were all but extinct.
Some of us have flown under the radar using our power to communicate our urban area. If there is an rescue a kind or extract, I have the ability to grant stealth.
You seem good, and you seem good. So
What are the vegans?
That's the one you were talking about. The brigand in return.
I'm bringing ours.
Oh,
Are they friends?
I spelled that wrong.
No,
Or maybe I don't know.
Not
Maybe
yet.
there's some silent letters in
he
there.
spelled it out for us.
Oh, are we talking about the same week?
Mm-hmm.
The ties.
And he says, like, I want to give you this. And he gives you a satchel. In fact,
I would like
It's a
a
satchel.
he gives you a satchel.
satchels?
And he says, any flame, and this fogs the entire area. So it's almost the equivalent to casting fog. and heavily obscuring an area. But it seems like it requires a little flame. And he says, "This, you keep going with the slingers. Help us out. Maybe some missions. Be a part of our side."
Wait, so you are a part.
You're too direct.
What?
You were too direct. You sound like a cop. I was speaking in code the whole time, and you come in. Are you familiar with the gun?
Excuse me, dear.
I was like, your brother seems to be in trouble.
Excuse
with
me,
the group.
where are people selling the illegal drugs?
I would like to purchase 10 drugs.
Not evil.
I say that all the
What
time.
the bag do again? It puts out.
Gunpowder smog.
Oh, okay.
The powder heavily obscures an entire area. So anybody who's trying to
I would
hide
make a note
gets
that
like
you
a
have an
plus 10
invisibility
on their
potion
trying
and
to
a
hide
fog
advantage
potion,
in the
or a
area.
fog satchel.
And, you have visual cover in the area. So it doesn't actually provide cover, as in bullets will still fly through, but in terms of visualness, it'll seem like the area is heavily obscured, is what the technical term.
I must say, with my God-given abilities of sight in the dark,
Mhm.
been in want of them, and I'm curious.
It's
to
almost
make
like the
new
equivalent to a
friends.
smoke bomb, if that makes sense. But a satchel of.
But
And he sees, and he even flashes maybe to, perhaps there's one of these, sure, as well. And he flashes the
Ooh.
fact that he has it.
This kid's
Oh.
just a little too hot.
So,
I'm an adult now.
yeah, I'm like, so are we cool now?
This is the brother of someone that
wait,
who's,
so
he just
had
sort of
inside the underground.
Eyes like
All of this
the
blurry
female
just
warlock, you just keep those.
Flashing your tits.
You just keep those Black Tower folks away from me.
I think I can.
doesn't like black.
I think I can do it.
No, the Blackstaff Tower.
that is.
I am familiar with Blackstaff Tower.
You want to share with the others what the lore of that might be then?
Well, all I know is that they have that's where people go to get trained on magic, and that's my extent of knowledge of it. And I know that the person who runs it, or the people who runs, because I forget, I know L'Oreal's one of them, but she also has a husband that magic
But
stuff
wait,
as
is
well.
it evil into it?
Oh, I don't think it's evil. Well, he's a bad guy. They're kind of police. They kind of so they're also kind of sort of just like Volo, but that's a different thing. That's a whole.
What do you mean by
It's
that?
the National Socialist.
I mean, they
Party.
Suddenly, she's interested when she hears dislike vote.
I'm not here.
No,
This is so
no,
meta.
just- Yeah,
they dislike. They banned some of his books, and they're thinking about banning the. Just had a release party for it.
They're like Hogwarts and Police Academy all in one for magical arts.
Yeah, can we? If they found
Yes.
any leads.
In fact, are you guys going to join together as one party in one place of things,
I
or
mean,
Is
should
there
we
a way
just
to
kind
close
of cut
this
to it?
interaction?
You can.
We can.
Well,
Yeah, I'll be like,
we
let's-
Salone, you want to go
I'd
out for
like the
drinks?
I
mansion.
still need
Dressed.
the location
We're not
of
good at
where his
resting.
brother might be.
He says,
Does he know it
Self-care is
all?
a value, right?
When was the last time you communicated with your brother?
Yeah.
"Well, I have snuck down past the
Oh,
arena,
are you asking me for serious?
and the thing
I have no
is,
idea what's going on.
there's an
It's
area. It seems like I found a secret door. The cages where they keep the next gladiators of the arena. I found a secret door that goes into the administrative area of the
Didn't we get a map on that?
Xanathar's
Yeah, we do.
Guild.
Wait, near the competitors,
When all the gladiators that are going to compete in the arena are caged before the fight and stage, it's right next to the hallway outside of the cages and that secret door leads to the administrative. That's where some of the top dwarfs are, like Amerigo and Xanathar and Xanathar's own chambers are some.
well,
The
then,
arena of the underground fight club. Of course, you have the official arena here in town, the Field of Triumph or whatever. But this is Xanathar's
Yeah.
underground to the death arena.
Do you like? Is there a way that your brother and you communicate? Because I don't want to scare him when we show up, because he's not familiar with us to rescue. Like, do you have like some type of letter of recommendation that I might be able to show him? Like, hey,
He says, he says, take this. And he gives you a, let me think. Oh, this is what he gives you too. He's like, he gives you 3 items. Or he gives, just in case only one of you make it, I'll give each of you one of these items. So who wants to take the drow green wine?
Wine?
Yes.
Wine? I'm familiar with
Because
wine.
like you're the wine. That makes sense because you have the family history. So you have, go ahead and you can write down drow green wine. Now there's also drow knockout poison.
I'll take that word.
I'm knocked out. You can just put it on my.
You got
I'm on my magic carpet, just kind of in a gurney kind of situation.
just kind of like recover.
Oh, I like that. I like that idea. Like we're kind of like dragging the carpet with you like asleep on it. We're like guiding in the
Wait, is
like
it
it has like a
it's
leash.
like a vial?
We're just-
Now
Just one
It's
thread
a
that you're
potion,
pulling.
right?
Yeah,
The
the
next
same way
one-
that we steered it,
Wait,
like
make
with
it
one
the
of the
potion, right?
tassels.
the next one is a drow house insignia, which he even takes around his own neck.
I'll take that.
So like basically like almost signal that like you're not a enemy of drow, but you are to like pass and be trusted.
When I see the,
Could have used that yesterday.
I don't want to derail
I
us.
would-
Yes.
When I see him like flashing, like I go. By the way, what's with the guys underground? One of them shot a web at me.
They are still of Loth.
Oh, okay.
They are still tribed drow.
I see. They're stuck in the old.
They are. Thus, they are not as modern as we are, helping and entertaining and being members of society, but rather they are, keep to their own and all for the queen. While the rest of us have noticed that there needs to be more integration of many diffies, not just drow superior. So basically, in his mind, he's basically saying, "Oh, those underground drows, they're still us, but they're kind of Nazis.
They're like
they're kind of Nazis.
They're old school.
like Hasidic Jews.
They are
National Socialists.
There's an entire society. There's two branches.
They're more religious
There's an
of
underground
the olden
city.
way. So we got the insignia,
Underground.
poison. The poison, is it a potion? The knockout poison?
it's
So
drow
there's a
knockout
natural city, but
poison.
there's some-
Yep, all those words
so
are
like the
gonna
drow,
be
the
key
spider people
because
are
then
considered
it'll
evil,
help
and
me
they were
know
forced
the effect of
underground.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they were
Because there's
allowed to
knockout
be
poison
engaged
and there's
in suffering.
drow knockout poison.
Yeah, that's why I wrote
Religious
drow.
exercise.
Knockout
But it
poison.
doesn't want- it's like
Because
the way
drows are
Americans
famous for their
think of
poisons,
Chinese.
and their poisons
Or, like,
often
when the
have
Chinese
a extra effect.
Same.
Let's see. I say to the group,
And
let's.
then there's
There
a
was
lot of,
the
like,
only one for
Yeah.
each person, right?
Well, he
I
just gave us
got
three
the
things.
knockout.
Yeah.
I got the
One
wine.
on
and
So
I
Take
got
out
really,
the
so
insignia.
it's like my
Oh, the others aren't here,
daytime
that's right.
quest for reflection,
Well,
manifest
RiverSong, are you
reflect
current?
River's here, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he says what he gives you the knockout poison because he does like you guys a lot. Some of the regular means don't work. Like dispel magic can sometimes cure poisons. That won't work with this. So be careful and make sure that you only use it.
Does he have like drow spider bite salve?
Speaking of damage that drow can cause,
Specifically,
our friend over here who is taking a nap
who's
on this
pulsing up
carpet,
the neck.
he
Oh.
got bitten by a spider. Do you have anything that can help treat?
Got bitten by the heat.
He says,
I
he
like
says,
that.
damn it.
He's a little reckless on adventures.
Well, we do have a bard among us who has some healing.
No bards. Just kidding. I'm not.
What's this bard's name?
Lana.
Okay.
Oh,
I just-
the Lana that went. Is it Lana or Lana?
But as annoying as bards are, this one seemed to wander off.
It's the same person.
Well, I got almost back to full
Did
health
she
from
have
my short
red
rest. so-
hair and like a?
She is capable
pass out
of
on the
healing
On
you
my
know,
carpet.
That
from
sounds like
drow
on brand.
poisons, and
He
she
has
also
magic
has
carpet.
anti-venoms and
Sure.
antitoxins
Ooh.
and all kinds of stuff to deal with all kinds of what ails us to a degree. She's no cleric, but she definitely has healing as a bard.
I'm back up to 57.
Word.
Some good
Well-
self-care.
Just from hit dice.
Let's.
I believe I saw her wander off to her favorite bar, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's go catch up with Wordle and
Sorry.
show River our.
My just kidding.
All right, so
Oh, Socks, you're up again.
Hey. More morphine.
well, thank you for all your help,
Wait,
Saloon,
question.
and
If you rested, does the poison still do neither?
It's been a long time because it has diminishing effects over time.
Okay.
But if it knocked him unconscious, I'm going to say the healing power of resting. Unless you guys are wanting to play with that.
No, he just took a rest.
Because
he
remember,
wasn't-
as time went on, the poison
Yeah,
kept
it did
having
less.
and having and having a weaker effect.
Saloon, where will you be during the parade in case we need to meet up?
During the parade, let's see. Let me think about this. During the parade, where will I be? Why are you so curious about where I'm going to be
In
during?
case we succeed in what we're able to do, and
What have you heard?
what should I have heard about?
You should have heard about nothing.
Sock sits up, almost about to like throw
That
up.
just
He's-
seems really.
He's not a cop. Just listen to it. They're trying to help. Oh God, it hurts. And it lays back down.
He says simply, during the parade, huh? All right.
Are you familiar with Trey?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Trey. He's one of our boys.
Because I was supposed to meet up with him after
Oh, I
we
didn't
help
know that.
Gnarl.
What?
During the parade.
He says, I thought Trey was going to be the one helping us tomorrow.
Stray a spot.
Wait, no,
Sounds like
we're gonna
Trey-
meet
well,
up
I mean,
after we
we've always
help your
kinda-
brother with Trey tomorrow.
Oh.
We're during the parade. So the parade is tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Trey's going to be busy during the parade tomorrow.
Do we need
And that's
help
why
with
I'd like to meet up with you guys during the parade, or at least towards the end of it.
How about at the evening, at the night's end, after the parade, we might celebrate. Particularly, I believe we were interested in celebrating at the museum. We heard Laryl Silverhand is going to be at the museum.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm pretty confident we're gonna succeed, and it would be good if maybe you have the opportunity to say hi.
I would love that. Yes.
You guys are really bad at this.
That's why I was like, why did you walk away? You're the one talking.
I was
I
like,
just suggest.
He's like,
This has gone on too long.
Yeah.
okay. He
Cool.
says, let me think about what he can have or do. Oh, he can give you a sapphire. Oh, okay. He gives you this a small, fragile sapphire and says, crush this, and I will come to you. But make sure you're not in an
Strange
anti-magic
mechanism.
zone, because it won't work if there's any anti-magic. It sends me a scry of your location.
Perfect.
You notice when he pulls it out, it's from a bag that has several other sapphires in it.
Okay, well, thank
Well,
you.
thank
We're
you.
really short on
We
time,
appreciate
so we need to get going.
Cool. I'll see you tomorrow. So,
He says,
Finger guns.
Godspeed.
For gunslinger.
the gunslingers guild thing.
He says,
We're
God-
looking for the fucking
Godspeed, and for your discretion, and because you seem to get it, he tosses you a satchel too. He says, just be careful.
We'll use this to help.
It's not the same as that, so be careful. This one is gunpowder. So this will cause a small explosion wherever you light this one.
Love satchels.
Is that a gay joke?
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
Wasn't meant to be.
Thank you. We'll put all this to good use during the
I
rescue
just said
mission.
like I want a satchel too.
Oh.
What is it that you say or do, Socks, as
Oh.
like you're sort of bleedingness here?
I'm just rolling around crying and
Satchel and
whining.
Drow House sigil.
Cry, be like, be sure to share that with the fighter.
and a fragile
So,
something sapphire. Basically.
Now, what's happening now, guys? You guys
You
all
should be
coalescing, or let's go to
Turtles
Turtle
with-
and you.
Were you with Lana?
We've been canoodling.
Lana's-
We've
oh, yeah.
been
So
We've been
you've been
flirting
drinking.
aggressively.
Now,
after-
Lana has been happily supplying you drinks and also drinking. Like, what's been your attitude towards that? Have you been drinking along with her? Like,
Do you have
What kind of drinks does she do?
she's been buying scary strong drinks. She's been buying like dwarven shots.
So
She's
I've
been.
been pouring them down my face. Into
Yes.
my shell.
Okay.
I am taking these shots with her real quick.
You notice that she is actually drinking. You know, and it seems like she's getting very drunk.
Oh god, there's another Melody situation.
Yeah, but I'll get her this time. I'm not fighting nobody for a room. Are we celebrating? I'm acting drunk. So are we celebrating? What's the so much revelry?
She's like, "Tell me about yourself.
By the
Tell
way,
me
Mage
everything."
Hand is also like I've already gone.
You're
through
already-
Oh.
I'm already
Feeling
like, as she's been drunk. I'm
Go ahead and roll to see how like successfully deft you are with this.
wait.
Oh.
Did Lana get negatives for being plastered?
That's an 18.
Disadvantage
Okay.
on
Wow.
perception checks.
You end up with your mage hand being able to pocket some
I'm
coin.
not
get
interested
5
in coin,
silver
but okay.
Yeah. And you take it or?
Don't
If
take
there's
her,
other
don't
stuff,
take her
yeah.
money.
We're gonna have a festival tomorrow with loose pockets.
You're not successful in this attempt right now,
Okay.
but you definitely feel that there's something else metal on her as well.
Okay, so I'll just wait for her to get more drunk. Can I have done that with advantage? Advantage.
I mean,
We'll just keep going. So, what's the occasion for the
Oh, no.
revelry and the fest? So
It's
much
okay, we saw this slide.
celebration.
she's like, a new friend, of course. I always want to know about what's going on with the interesting characters that roll through.
Oh,
Like-
madam, you flatter.
Who are your friends and when do we get to see them?
You know, sometimes tend to matters of import.
Well, she's like, it has been wonderful. Wonderful. I hope to see you at the parade tomorrow. I should really be back to work.
Where can I find you and see you perform? What instrument do you play? I'm quite fond of the art bards and performers.
Oh, I love the drums.
Drums. Could I hear a percussive get the rhythms of my heart to pitter patter in synchrony?
She just pushes you. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah,
She's just like,
why? Oh, I may have a thing or two to appeal to your fancy, and I pull out the alalum harp. It's like a drum for a trill on the strings. Would you say, Lana?
she's like, oh no. And she literally shoves you.
Oh, how dare you, madam!
And you like knock on your butt. And she's like, stop it. You have the alarm harp? How did you get this? And she's just like amazed. And she's just like, oh.
I was at the Festival of Bards, and after stopping the grand attack of the animal folk, I scoured the wreckage after saving the bodies of the weak and injured, and found this amongst the rebel and rubble. I thought, how could one leave such a fine work of artistry and craftsmanship and into my care? What do you know of such a...
She's seems really like wow. And she seemed like she was almost on her way out the door, but now she's almost more curious about the harp. And she's just like, wow, like what can we do to get
Is she asking me that directly, or
Yeah.
what's well, I thought you said you were a percussionist. One wouldn't know what to do with a delicate fingers when this is more your tempo.
oh please. And she like just shoves you directly, step aside. I'll show you I can play this harp.
Yeah, I pick her up by the scruff. Like, I don't know if you know the history of the Alalum harp. You may as well kill us all should you choose to play it without the proper trainings.
So then you're like grabbing her or
I'm just holding her back. I'm just
okay.
the harp is dangerous. It will kill us. Set with it.
Okay, make a quick
So I didn't dream
athletics
when I
check.
Ah!
You attempt to hold her back, but she actually just slips ever so to the harp. And in her slipping of the harp, she starts playing. And when she starts playing it, she says, "This is the best day ever!"
And I sent Han to feel her up again for the pocket
Okay.
of metal thing.
But you're gonna try it with disadvantage because when she did that, turned in.
What? With the harp?
Uh-oh.
I don't
Did you
care
just,
about
did you just
feeling-
lose a heart?
Hold on a second. Like my turtle goes very still. I am feeling the floor with my feet for vibration. The door is like my hand,
Oh yes, you are feeling everything, and
I rolled a nat 20 on. I don't know.
You
if
get the
that's perception
16 because it's.
with disadvantage.
the crazy thing about it too is that as you're feeling everything, you end up noticing that she's also nicked 3.
Scoundrel gets
I am
grounded.
both fuming and a little turned on. My cloaca is wet.
The only thing you do notice in your super perception of things is that the door hasn't opened yet.
Meanwhile, the window.
Hold on.
So it means that even though invisible, somewhere in here,
Ooh,
they are still
on the-
here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say on the outside, we should like all see if we like.
Yeah.
I mean,
there
that's what I would do if I was
Describe this tavern to me.
DMing.
Small dive bar. In fact, I can describe it better, but give me a quick loading as I look up the reference on
I am
the...
looking for powdery. Is there a baker with flour out on a tablet? Is there sawdust on the ground?
You're looking for
there-
flammable stuff?
No, I'm looking
Is
for
there spilled drinks?
dust
like
to
powder.
land onto the silhouette of this.
That's how we get
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna turn into like a bar. This is gonna turn into a bar brawl.
Well-
Meanwhile, we're just walking over, not knowing what's
There
going
is
on.
a small kitchen in the back that has different cooking supplies, but that's behind, sort of employee area. Yeah,
Bring back a small little
It-
bag of flour.
it definitely can.
Please, urgently. However fast my little mage hand goes, and I explode the bag into the room.
So you send your sort of mostly invisible hand.
Completely, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. Oh, you have an enhanced one. That's right. Yours is completely invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not just like hard to detect heavily. Yours is completely invisible.
So do I-
So you
is that
send
an
your
advantage,
invisible. You send your invisible maze hand to collect flour in the cooking
I
area.
want like a bag of flour,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna throw in the room, and it's gonna fall and settle on.
Ooh, in this, let's see here. Let me look at where this is too. Which bar is? Oh my gosh, there's so many bars. Why is this area bars?
Because it's in the Bard district.
Okay, so you are at.
This is a wondrous item.
Isn't that
I
a
am
word?
being seduced.
Soberly seduced.
Yeah, shouldn't she have disadvantage stumbling into
Find out
stuff?
she's like a drunken master or something.
Unless she's been pretending to feed Trump.
You're both pouring them out the side. The bartender's just like,
What a waste
Okay.
of alcohol. Another one. Okay.
Okay.
Meanwhile, everybody else
interesting.
in the bar is just like poof.
So yes. So dang, son.
Can I also, in reaction to, cast Silvery Barbs?
What is she? She hasn't rolled anything yet.
It doesn't matter. Anything they do, disadvantage and children throws.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she hasn't done any of those things.
I'm
And is
anticipating
it
something.
AOE?
will-
Is it AOE? Did you get everybody else in the bar too?
No, it's Target.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna say you guys went a little bit further in, but no, actually, maybe you guys just went the closest one. So you guys are at a tavern known as this, just in case you guys burn this bridge and can never come here again. And yeah, so basically, so it sounds like what you've done is you've used your minor action to flour the room, and then you've used your major action to silvery barbs. So then they have disadvantage.
Yes, and I'll get advantage.
Then
on
you
whatever
also-
happens next.
So with that too, you end up flowering the room. You end up seeing that this person is right almost by the door, waiting for whoever comes in or out next to sneak.
Ooh, I want to start pushing on the door. I want to just
Wait,
be
are we-
completely oblivious.
Azalea pushes on the door, and Azalea opens up the door, but
Does the
everybody
door-
has to
door-
roll
door-
initiative.
Does the door open in or out?
I would say it's a push-in door.
Yeah, sure. A push indoor is fine.
Okay, talk to me.
Now, with that, everybody roll initiative because what happens in what order
Oh my god!
is
I rolled
going to
6.
matter.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Now, this is what's called going into initiative, which is also like bullet time. So basically, it means that because things are so sensitive as to what happens at what time, we're going to slow things down and do
Can
it
I use one of these
turn
papers
by
on the floor?
turn.
I answered the question for myself. Yes.
Now, you guys are on the outside about to come into this situation. You know, or about to see maybe flower covered,
13.
who knows, invisible, whatever,
Okay.
like coming out of a bar.
Who did you?
20.
No,
20?
No. Oh.
River.
21.
And I rolled a 6.
Redheads again.
Last
every
one
time.
in.
You know, the last initiative also had tavern on top.
It was a yawning portal, I'm sure.
So,
So 21. I don't know if you want to have them break by decks or how you want to do it, but 21 for Amma and River, 19 for Turtle.
oh,
Third.
and River too. Okay.
River got 20.
Oh, I thought she had a +1 modifier.
19
Which
plus
made it
1.
Okay. Just a prank. I lied.
You got a nat 20?
No, I got a 17 plus 4.
Okay, so 20 for River,
I only rolled high.
13
Oh.
for
Is this
Socks,
a level 1?
and a
character?
6 for me.
No, level 6.
And then whatever the other. Oh, where'd you stop?
So Jin is
Did you
first,
stop
River
specialized
second.
heroes?
Who's third?
Turtle.
Turtle. And how much did Turtle get?
9.
Okay. Then
Then Socks, then me.
A lot of
And,
Okay.
and you know where the
your class and your
person or
race.
persons.
Does that make them a better or worse? Your
Socks
wisdom's
and
really high
Azalea.
because you're
Okay.
because you're liberally- probably also
Jin.
a cleric.
You're up.
Cons-
Azalea
to your class.
has taken initiative in a way,
Okay.
And all
by
the gets broken down.
sort of opening the
Use your
door.
dexterity, but-
You see like this flower covered, person with a harp just whatevering. You see Turtle giving you like the eye. You know? What is it that you want to do? You're right outside of this tavern.
So I'm
Like-
behind yeah, then.
Yeah, like right behind Azalea. He's opened the door, and you're first. You're next.
I run over it and I slam the.
Okay, and you're on the outside still, or you want to be on the inside, or
Wait, how far is she to the door?
you guys are all close.
Oh.
You know,
I
the
don't
person
have
is
one on my inside check. I have no idea what's going on.
the person is like right next to
I
the
have no
door,
idea what
ready
that
to like leave as soon as somebody like opens it. So they've readied their action to sort of like, great, the door's open, bing. But you guys beat her sort of readied initiative of that. Both you and River.
Grab her.
Am I grappling?
Manage whatever
Alright.
she tries to do.
Yep,
Let's see.
Really?
but it's almost the same thing.
Okay.
Not quite, because the second roll could be better. She still has to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So not quite.
What's interact?
Don't even worry about the nitty gritty of that.
Okay.
Just in imagination,
Well,
like you're in this situation. Be here now. Like you have somebody who's
It
covered
must
with
be the
flower.
lower
You
one.
have a turtle who's like, get her.
Fuming.
You have Azalea that's just like, oh, this looks nice.
Yeah.
You have like,
well, I mean-
whether it's hilarity, don't even think about like how to win. We're creating imagination together. It's whatever you want it to be, like, so just add to the story with your imagination here.
I'm going to drop on all fours and kind of like be like a tripping apparatus to the person coming at me.
That's
She's
great.
invisible, not you.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
but if she's already running at me and I just do that,
Yeah.
Like a tripping.
And you guys do see that she's primed to go. What about you, River? So, I'm gonna just put it as chair trip. Okay. Jin, Jin's doing the chair trip. River, what are you doing?
Well, I tell you, I came here with a bit of a headache. The ship lag has just been strong. I got here with some underlying intention. Find myself a bit. I hear the clank as this hussy trips, and the harp, the delicate harp, such as grace, just falls on the floor, and I'm evening.
Oh, so are you annoyed enough to like fisticuffs, or are you like annoyed like give me that harp?
Just like, bitch,
Or
like I just wanted a drink. I pick it up, I grab it.
You grab the harp?
I grab the harp.
Oh.
It just, I mean, it's a delicate instrument.
Go ahead and do your sleight of hand. You have +7 to it, I believe. So let's roll, and whatever you roll, we're adding 7 to it. Oh, ooh, that's big. 15 plus 7, that's 22. Yeah, you get that harp.
Ooh.
You get that.
Oh,
bro.
this person was trying to steal the harp. So there's just like an invisible person and
Yeah.
like a giant harp. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious.
Covered in flour.
That's why literally I just saw Turtle's
the
face,
harp was- the
like
harp was invisible
like yelling.
too,
So I was like, I'm gonna
right?
get on all fours.
Does it become visible after?
I'm just gonna get
I was
down.
like,
man.
I don't know. What am I gonna do? I'm not a
The
combat
harp
person.
actually does become visible again because it's well, actually, for how long? The harp is invisible right now, but you can tell that the invisibility of the harp will probably fade.
Well, when she tripped, there was kind of like a skidding
tripped?
thud.
Oh.
You know,
The
it's
blah,
Well, then maybe some of the invisibility has already faded with the harp a little bit. Because the thing is, when the harp isn't being played, it goes back to not so with that. And so the invisibility is rough of both the harp and also the flower covered. So
you gotta read it
you've stolen
elementary
the
school
harp.
style.
You can also move anywhere you like. Every turn, you get to do something minor. You get to position yourself. Where do you want to be? You want to be in the bar? You want to be outside? Like,
well, you know, I'm so new to the wall, like a little. So I was right by very near the end.
so you annoyingly steal the harp.
I wouldn't say I steal it. I pick up his clearly.
You
been
pick up what
robbed.
has clearly been robbed. Yes.
And then I just very.
Okay. Perfect. Turtle, you're up.
I use cunning action to mad dash to bounce on this flower lady
Mm-hmm.
with like the full weight of my shell hitting her. I'm like, my face is right here. This is her face. I'm like, you must tell me. Do you wish to live?
Oh my gosh. I think you definitely have advantage on your intimidation check here. You're intimidating this night of like, holy cow!
Advantage, you said? I
Like,
don't even think.
you're like yes. So with that, you're just intimidating as all hell, and she is just like, I'm so sorry. She's just like, ah. I'm gonna say that her state is not even a state that can be, frightened.
Love it.
And that's why you're my best friend.
She's like, how is she with that?
It is a plate shell.
Be very careful. 'Cause she can go from being like restrained to like dead.
That's all I
This is exactly what she says. She says like, you'll never have to see me again. I could go to a new town, start a new life somewhere else. And she's just rambling off about like, I've done it before. All my life I've had to go to new places. I've never been able to stay.
I'm gonna send a whisper to my chance.
Do we still suck?
Socks.
Yeah. At this point,
So
I'm with my claws. I mean, can she?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a pinned mostly because she's lost her reaction because of being frightened by your intimidation.
But I'm on her like.
Ooh.
Fully,
Yeah.
So at this point, like I am pulling
Lana?
all of the coin
Turtle?
back. I am handing with my one hand, all of the coin she stole from me. I'm like getting it out of whatever pockets I'm in. Well, I'm like, stop You're babbling, and I go for the metal thing.
You
on my
actually
other hand.
find not just your coin, but 100 more coin
Yeah, bitch.
than your own coin in there as well. If you're rummaging through her pockets like that,
Just with my hand, and then the metal thing that I felt earlier.
you find.
Sounds
In
useful.
fact, this gun, you may not even recognize it as such. It looks almost like a dagger with a hole hollowed out through. You know, it's like just a metal pipe, you know, in the same way that some clubs and wizard staffs have almost a slight curvature at the end as the handle holding part. You recognize that could be more of a handle holding part of thing, you know. But yes, you know, it just seems very odd and strange.
But I
What about, do you want me to show you? I'm like, I can pull this out from my pocket and just like, listen.
She's like, no. You don't understand. It works differently up close than far away. Far away, it's like an arrow, but up close, there's an explosion. Up
No.
close.
It's like
Evil?
like shocked in the bar. She's like, "How am I the evil one in the group?"
You can just pull your head into the shell and just be like, look, bro. No, it's armor.
I'm just upset and terrifying and sadistic at this point.
No.
Also a little
You don't
turned on.
understand. Pressed against my head like that, that'll be lethal.
You have wielded me a great offense and inconvenience. You will tell me who you work for and absolutely
What's up, man?
everything that could possibly be relevant for the Nenis.
I work for Jaraxel. During the parade, they're gonna do a heist and they're gonna steal it just to parade it to Jackson.
Yo, how quickly did I get that?
Wait, so she works for Draxel?
And I just pulled back a little bit of like, you may have just said talking. How's the bar responding, by the way?
The bar is just basically like the bartender is just nowhere to be found. Oddly enough.
Hold up. Can I do I'm gonna do a survival check and try to see where this bartender. I'm concerned they may be alerting the authorities. I'm gonna have like my bird so I have advantage. I'm gonna have my I did not have.
So the
any
bird is
wisdom
like
skills.
flying behind the bar
Yeah,
through the
okay.
kitchen or other areas, or
Yeah.
like okay.
So 16. So yeah, it's like I'm just looking for footsteps or something or like a
The
trail.
warlock conjures up a bird.
So we
My
know you're a
bird is
warlock
already
now.
there, and I'm not a warlock. I'm just the girl who reads books.
I'm just a girl. Good shit.
Just the girl at the bar summons a.
I have a pet bird always with me. It's always on my shoulder. It was
Bird?
always there.
Isn't it a blue spirit bird though?
It does say spectral in description.
Yeah,
but
it just glows. No,
it just
I
glows
see.
a greenish blue.
has this glow strange blue bird on the shoulder that now suddenly leaves.
Yes,
And then
exactly.
flies
Nothing more, nothing more.
behind the counter bar areas, getting a good perspective on things, and it ends up seeing that the bartender is behind the bar.
Okay.
You know, simply just loading smoke powder like into a gun.
Okay.
I think everybody's got guns now.
Yeah.
Did we just hit an expansion?
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere.
I'm gonna yell to I don't know who's close. Has Socks gone yet? No, Socks hasn't.
No.
The bartender
Oh,
has
wait.
a gun.
So in the meantime, I get up.
We are kind of skipping initiative here.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
Let's,
Are we
uh,
out of initiative?
Let's go to Socks here.
The bartender is loading a gun back there. Stop him.
Only take this outside. We need to question her. Get her.
Oh.
I'd like to get over to the bar and kind of just lean over and be like, "Everything's gonna be all right, sir. Can I just get an ale? It's no bother. We're gonna have this taken care of in just a minute. No need for weaponry. In fact,
The
I'll
bartender actually digs his attitude with it.
I'll pay ahead of time."
So the bartender, you know, sort of like almost as if this is a regular occurrence. You know,
He just needed to like reinforce it that
Very
it's
well,
chill.
maybe.
gives this extra large rat the gun, and then the extra large rat is like finishing the loading of the gunpowder as the bartender fixes the quick drink for you and like, you know, gives you the drink, but the bartender just has this above his lips and just, you know, basically like lets you know almost silently without words, I'm just gonna be hiding here for now, so don't let them know that I'm here, kind of thing.
Right on you, mate. He'll be fine, Azalea.
Mhm.
And then I turned my back to the bar to kind of like put myself in between the bartender and whatever hecticness is going on.
Did you guys like just mentally recap everything that went down in past like 5 minutes of this world?
Bitch
Like-
touched my
like-
harp.
Somebody
Make
tried to steal
bye.
something, steal the harp, and then a bag of flour was flung in the entire room. A door was open, and then, like, I get on all fours, she trips, and then the harp just gets
Is that the
grabbed.
bartender or has someone
Yes.
else walked in the bar? Okay.
Like,
This is
yeah.
too much to grab. This is
is
how we killed Xanathar.
And then immediately bird flies into the room,
This
followed
is the-
by his socks.
yes, it's a little crazy.
And then as my last minor, I just yelled at her, please don't kill her.
She's gonna be useful.
So, I'm just get up. Lana?
So wait, we're back to AMA here. You
Wait,
basically.
I haven't gone.
Oh yes, that's right. Azalea,
Um,
you sent your bird to like watch stuff, so that's your kind of like minor-ish, and then you have your major and your move.
yeah, I'm just gonna walk over to where Tortle and what's her face are. I'm just gonna kind of like
River and Turtle.
yeah, I crouched down a little bit. It's like we're actually kind of sort of on the same side. I have business with Jaraxel. We have business with Jaraxel. We've been doing some jobs for Glitstone over what's the name?
Oh, the Revel's End.
Yeah, we broke into Rebel and made contact with friends. I need to know where Jaraxel is.
You hearing this, my friend,
Yeah.
realize that this just admitted that they broke it.
And took nothing out.
Or no one.
Well, that's not entirely true. There was a salamander and
We didn't free him.
That is true. They jumped on. They actually were already free. It's just
We just met them in the prison.
yeah.
Well,
Playing with this group is
I'll
like Family
admit
Guy
some
episodes where we get
curiosity.
flashbacks.
Is this town known to be just or known to be a little
Sure, the
unjust?
legal.
This town is known to be the pillar of society, with not only rules, but courts and police and the whole 9 yards in terms of ancient wizard and... In fact, no other place are there such modern things, such as,
Guns.
you know, guns being sort of like freshly invented. You know,
Oh.
this is like sort of the precipice of society and technology exists here in the biggest city.